Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about Phalaenopsis orchids. So I made a couple of mistakes along the way, but I wanted to show you the difference between the two different types of Phalaenopsis orchids you can get, in terms of this one being a hybrid, a very hybridized hybrid, should I say, and this one being a species kind of Phalaenopsis. So the hybridized hybrids are the ones that you find in almost every shop. They at grocery shops, building shops, anything like that, and they're the ones that people generally have in their homes for people who aren't orchid collectors or hobbyists or anything like that. They're just there to make their house look a bit pretty, and they often get thrown away afterwards or killed because of not so much of an understanding of orchids themselves. But the general reason for getting these hybridized orchids is the fact that the Phalaenopsis, is that their blooms last really long. If anybody knows my blue Phalaenopsis, this has been in bloom for almost 2 months with no sign. I thought that the blooms were fading, they're veiny, but they're not. No signs of the blooms fading. The blooms are pretty big, the size of my palm just about. They can get bigger, they can be smaller, but they're very showy plants and they're nice to have in the house. And if you actually know how to look after them, you can get them to rebloom and rebloom. These girls don't like to be soaked continuously. I let this totally dry out before watering again. As you can see, my roots are silver, just gone silver. A couple are still a little bit green. So I will leave this probably for another day or two before I water again, because with these plants it's better to underwater in a sense than overwater. Overwatering, you'll kill it. Their sensitive spot is their crown. If you get water in the crown, they are susceptible to crown rot. If you get water between the leaves there and you don't let it dry out properly, they're susceptible to stem rot. But apart from that, they're pretty simple. So then I decided to try a species. Now, Phalaenopsis species are beautiful. You get so many different ones, or some that are just one cross with 2 species. But they are summer bloomers, they're warm bloomers, they bloom a little bit differently, they're more difficult to come across. And I made the mistake of treating this Phalaenopsis like this Phalaenopsis. Whoopsie, don't do that. So this Phalaenopsis I planted in bark because they do have generally the same kind of likes and dislikes. It also doesn't like to be suffocated. It doesn't like its roots to be suffocated in any way, shape or form. It has a sensitive crown, sensitive stem, everything like that. So I planted it in bark like I did with my hybridized Phalaenopsis, and it dries out all the time. As you can see, my roots are silver. They are sitting with wet sphagnum moss on and they are still silver. So I literally, waiting for my sphagnum moss to arrive, have taken a few little pieces of sphagnum moss and wrapped them around the roots to keep these roots moist. So what immediately happened is my flower spike there dried off. Luckily I have another one, so let's hope that goes. Then my leaf curled, and then my roots went all veiny because I was letting this dry out. But little did I know that this loves lots and lots and lots of water. It doesn't like to sit in water all day and be suffocated in water, but it doesn't like to dry out totally. So I've had to change it a bit. This gets watered every day, just about. This sphagnum moss, sopping wet piece of sphagnum moss, will be, look how much water is in that. That'll be dry by later today. So as soon as my sphagnum moss arrives, I will be repotting this in a full mixture of bark and sphagnum moss. I will never go full sphagnum moss. Makes me a bit nervous because it does take a really long time to dry out. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably go like 60-50 sphagnum moss. So it'll be more sphagnum moss than bark. The bark will just be there to allow for air around the roots. So your similarities in terms of how to look after these guys is you water them the same way. You water them from the bottom so that you avoid getting water in their sensitive areas. This you let dry out. This plant can live up to 6 months. Look, it won't look nice after 6 months, but it can go 6 months before dying from no water. This will go like a week before it starts getting upset. And this was literally deterioration in a couple of days, the roots and everything like that. So my sphagnum moss needs to arrive so I can sort it out and get her right. So I've got a new fascination with Phalaenopsis orchids, especially the species. I doubt I'll get another hybridized one. This will be my one. She is looking great. I'm so happy with her. When these blooms eventually do decide to fall, which will happen at some point, I won't cut this stem. She did have another stem. It broke when I moved house, which is why that got cut off, unfortunately. But if she does drop her blooms, I will leave the stem. She might bloom from another node. You never know. But when she does drop these blooms, I will repot her just because you can see her roots. And she's got so many roots and they are literally curling up all over the pot, and she needs a bigger pot. So I will repot her. But I probably won't get another one. She will, when she reblooms again, she will rebloom. If she reblooms from this spike, she might bloom with a little bit of blue just because of the spike is where the food coloring went in, and you can see how it immediately like comes off all over you. But anyway, but if she puts out a new flower spike, it will bloom white. And you see this one, actually she's not totally white. She does seem to have a little bit of a yellow color to her lip, so she's not totally white, but that's fine. She can bloom white. I like white. So yeah, so basically if you do decide, you know, to take your hobby to the next level and you do look at getting a species Phalaenopsis, just remember they like a lot more water, they like light, and they like warmth. 3 very important things. Otherwise she will show you that she is not happy, like mine. So hopefully we are on the mend now. See, these roots just go white immediately. So yeah, that's a sign, like I said, of no water. And the roots, here we can see, but they even wrinkled, they shriveled. So, you know, don't make the same mistake. Phalaenopsis species, especially the summer bloomers, more difficult. This is my Phalaenopsis tetraspis, just a normal tetraspis. She has white flowers with like red stripes on. I went a bit nuts over the weekend and ordered quite a few orchids. I won a few deals on eBay and that kind of thing. So I've got a Phalaenopsis speciosa coming, which is similar to the tetraspis C1. They also can bloom different colors, each bloom can be different in terms of white and red. You can get red flowers, white flowers, red and white, depends. I've ordered a Phalaenopsis violacea. I have ordered, what else? I've ordered so much, it's been a bit of a expensive weekend. So I have lots to show you coming up, guys. So stick around, keep looking at my channel, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please ask. This orchid is really, really simple to keep in my environment. She literally sits on the windowsill there by the sink. She gets that much light because that's literally how much light I get every day at the moment. This one sits now in another area of my house that if the sun, holding thumbs, does come out, she gets direct sunlight at the moment because she just does not like being cold. So anyway, guys, I will show you some orchids when they arrive. I've got some orchid supplies coming, hopefully very soon. I'm going to do a potting video because it's time to pot these guys up. This one I'm not so sure about yet, but the Phalaenopsis and the Bulgara are ready to be potted. The Dendrobium as well, the Dendrobium nobile type is ready to be potted. She's the Comet King Akatsuki, this one. I think it's putting out flowers or it's putting out a new growth. I can't figure out, but we'll see. The Bulgara Francine, that's this one here, she's putting out a new growth. I've got two Phalaenopsis. The one is the pink Cadillac, and the one is the Maui Pride, which is beautiful. I'm hoping it's that one because that one's got more chance of living. Anyway guys, I hope you have a lovely day, and yeah, look at species. They're really beautiful and really nice. They're just a little bit more complicated. Thanks guys.